正解。
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 168, Peach Blossoms, Romances. The Empress suddenly revealed this information and let the Shen family caught in an anxious situation. There was no doubt that Shen Xin and wife was not willing to let Shen Miao marry into the imperial family. The most truthless was the imperial family. In addition to the many political considerations, it was because the complicated inner courtyard of the imperial family. If Shen Miao were to marry in, with the many conspiracies, life would not go on easily. Wealth and honor was not worth the loss. Shen Xin had the heart to marry Shen Miao off before the imperial edict arrives. Before entering the palace, because of Su Furan's matter, Shen Xin and Lu Zuyan had already discussed the need of starting to prioritize Shen Miao's lifelong matter. Lu Zuyan had already instructed the subordinates to specially prepare a list, and in it, there were all the talented youths in Ding capital. The booklet also indicate these people's character. Where do they stay? How many people were there in the household, and where were their ancestral homes? Everything was inquired carefully and in detailed. Lu Zuyan attacked on the side by inquiring on Shen Miao's thoughts, and once she heard that Shen Miao did not mind this method of looking for a husband, her heart settled and she seriously go all out to look for Shen Miao's husband. The Shen family had military power in their grasp and had a very special place in Emperor Wenhua's eyes, thus it was not easy to casually choose one. Shen Xin did not take into consideration those officials that were powerful so as to prevent Emperor Wenhua from feeling that they were creating an alliance. Thus the families that Lu Zuyan and Shen Xin picked were those that had no ambitions, with integrity and clean aristocratic families. A Shen Kaiyu was one who was forthright. He had a group of good brothers in the military and could help him to inquire about those people's character privately. Shen Xin and Lu Zuyan had planned this for Shen Miao, but out of their expectation was that when Shen Xin slightly revealed the intention of marriage, the other party would smile and avoid it, either saying that their son were engaged or they were not in a rush to bring in a daughter-in-law. Shen Xin was one with a violent temper and also placed Shen Miao on his palm to dote. Others did not fancy Shen Miao. Shen Xin would not even look at them and left angrily with a brush of his sleeves. However, in the course of time, what he encountered were always this situation. Those young talents that they had picked with great difficulty would find an excuse of avoid it. 1 or 2 times would be coincidences, but too many times would make one feel strange. Shen Xin also felt that there was something wrong, and it was a general who was close to Shen Xin that told him that currently the officials all knew that the imperial family had the intention to bestow Shen Miao to the crown prince. Shen Xin was finding in-laws at this end, but who would dare to fight with the imperial family for a female? Shen Miao would have avoided the fate of marrying into the Eastern Palace if she marries, but it would definitely make the imperial family displeased with Shen Miao's in-laws family. It was all for self-protection. Even if the Shen family was successful and Shen Miao was smart and unflustered, no one dared to marry her. When Shen Xin knew of the matter, he because pious at home. He only said that first he saw that those aristocratic families did not collude with worldly events, but did not think that they were all as coward as tortoises. It was fortunate that Shen Miao did not marry over. How would these kind of irresponsible people hold the skies for Shen Miao in the future? When Shen Miao heard the words that Bei Lu and Xuang Zhang inquired, she only smiled faintly. Jing's got worried. Why is young lady not anxious? Now Furan and master is very anxious. If this goes on, one would not be able to find a suitable person before the imperial edict comes. The Fu family are not fools. Shen Miao picked the cup of hot tea and took a sip. How would they not know what kind of intention father and mother is thinking of? Shen Miao knew from the beginning that Shen Xin and Lu Zuyan's method would not succeed. As to how the information that she was going to marry the crown prince flow out, needless to say, it was the imperial family's methods. The imperial family almost told the world undisguised that Shen Miao was the person they were looking at. How would the subjects of Ming Qi dare to fight with the imperial family? As for the plan that Shen Xin and wife had thought to marry Shen Miao as quickly as possible, it was destined to be fruitless. Gu Yu's throat was somewhat sour as she said, "Could it be that young lady have to marry His Highness the Crown Prince?" as personal maids. Even though Jings and Guyu did not understand what Shen Miao was thinking, they more or less could feel Shen Miao's emotions. Just like Shen Miao did not like the palace at all nor the people in the imperial palace. Now if Shen Miao were to marry into the eastern palace, she would certainly not be comfortable with it. Shen Miao said, "Watch as one walk." Her heart was however thinking, she had decided not to marry again into the imperial family of Mingqi. It was only an imperial edict, it might be able to control the people and land, and if it comes to it, she can ruin her reputation. The Fu family only wanted the Shen family's military power but dared not show their true selves to the outside world. After Shen Miao's reputation was ruined, if the crown prince was still insistent in marrying her, then this appearance would be too ugly. Wearing a green hat, being cuckolded, or the military power was more important. With Shen Miao understanding of the Fu family, it would definitely be military power. But if one really married her despite of the green hat, then the commoners would not feel that the Fu family valued feelings deeply but that the inner palace of the imperial family was in a mess. Even if the Fu family was not able to gain the people's heart, they dared not let the rumors go on. It was just that. Shen Miao stared at the floating tea leaves in the cup. Her reputation would be destroyed at the same time. Fortunately she did not have any sisters, else it would implicate them to be scorned like her. The unfortunate thing was that Shenzhen and the rest would suffer from others pointing and scrutinizing. However, this was the most inferior plan and was the only plan left. Shenzhen and Lu Zuyan did not know that Shen Miao already had her own plans and still looked for a good husband for Shen Miao with their heart. But the imperial family's message was sent out, thus no one dared to even do the Shen family business. The doors of the Shen family was so quiet that one could net birds. Shen Qiu almost grabbed a good friend over to marry Shen Miao. After being stopped by Lu Zuyan, Shen Qiu, Shenzhen and Lu Zuyan sat in the room and their faces were filled with concern when talking about Shen Miao's marriage. Lu Zuyan said, "This tactic of the imperial family is just too despicable. Previously there were so many people who wanted to be our in-laws and now everyone all detoured. What is this? It's all my fault." Shenzhen said, "At the beginning one should settle a marriage for Zhao Zhao. One had thought that she was still young of age and it would not matter if one were to wait for a few more years. One did not expect this would happen." Shen Qiu scratched his head. "In any case, younger sister cannot marry into the residence of the crown prince. How can the young lady that our general residence raised be others' secondary consort? One would even pick and chose to be the official wife, so how would there be any reason to be a secondary consort? Now no one dared to have marriage relations with our family. So what can be done?" Lu Zuyan's expression was somewhat anxious as she tried to probe. "How about looking outside the Ding capital to see if there are any suitable families?" Shen Qiu was astonished. "Mother, you want to marry younger sister far away?" Lu Zuyan said in a bad mood, "I don't have any other options left." One feared that all the officials in Ding capital had known of this news and perhaps it had flowed outside the Ding capital. It is better to search in remote areas that do not know of this matter. "Cannot." Shenzhen rejected resolutely. Marrying far away would only cause Zhao Zhao to feel grievances. Moreover, with the far distance and tall mountains, when the in-law family bullies here, what if we in the faraway Ding capital unable to help? Lu Zuyan got annoyed. "This cannot do, that also cannot do. Then what can be done?" Shen Qiu sighed. "When all is said and done, it is these people in Ding capital that are afraid of implicating themselves. Is there not one man who favor younger sister over his own life?" Seeing Lu Zuyan staring at him, Shen Qiu quickly added, "Other than me and father." Just as they were speaking, they saw Lu Ling coming in from outside. Lu Zuyan told him to sit down and asked him eagerly, "Ling did you manage to find a suitable family today?" Lu Ling shook his head. Shenzhen and Shen Qiu were somewhat disappointed. Lu Zuyan also lowered her head and looked worriedly at the teacup in front of her. But in the silence, one heard Lu Ling softly speaking, "Gu Gu, Gu Fu and older Biao brother." Three of them looked up but saw that Lu Ling's expression was somewhat strange, like he wanted to say something but stopped. Shen Qiu asked, "Younger Biao brother, What is the matter with you? Just directly say what you want to say. It is only family members here. Lu Ling took a deep breath and said, there is still no suitable person for young Biao's sister yet. Lu Zuyin shook her head and said, these people in Ding capital are all afraid of the imperial family looking for their trouble and could not wait to get far from the Shen family. It is simply too difficult to find someone suitable at this juncture. Then, Lu Ling paused for a moment and gathered his courage before saying, I am willing to marry younger Biao's sister. When those words were said, the room suddenly became silent. Even the maids that were serving dared not speak and silently retreated to the side. Shen Kaiyu and Shen Xin stared at Lu Ling, but Lu Ling seemed to have suddenly gained the courage to continue speaking. I know that my right arm is still not good now, and talking about the family's characteristics, there are a lot of people in Ding capital that exceeds me, but I am willing to marry younger Biao's sister. I will always treat her well and not bring in any concubines or tongfangs, higher-ranked maids that serve the masters in the bedchambers, and she would be the only one in the inner courtyard. Moreover, Lu Ling smiled gently, if Gugu and Gufu worried about any actions from the imperial family, I can bring her back to Zhaochun City. Father, mother and grandfather is there. They will also take care of younger Biao's sister and will not let younger Biao's sister suffer grievances. When Gugu and Gufu make the next expedition, one will be able to return to Zhaochun City to visit younger Biao's sister. Younger Biao brother, you. Shen Kaiyu could not speak. Not only Shen Kaiyu, Lu Zuyan and Shen Xin were in a daze. Lu Ling's remarks was simple and did not have those flowery promises, but the sincerity was the most valuable. Previously Lu Zuyan did thought about these two children but could tell that Shen Miao only had brother and sister feelings, thus she did not thought more about it. Now the situation was different at the moment. Lu Ling was a far better choice than the crown prince. Lu Ling was considered to be watched by Shen Xin and wife as he grew up, and his character was gentle and upright, which would be good to accommodate Shen Miao. Moreover, it was her eldest brother's son and still one family. Thus when Shen Miao marry over, she would not have difficulties from her father and mother-in-laws, since Lu Yanying and Madame Yu liked Shen Miao a lot and might even be biased towards Shen Miao even more. The most important point was that Lu Ling can bring Shen Miao back to Zhaochun City. The heavens was high and the emperor was far away. Even if the imperial family was unhappy, it would be too far away and Shen Miao would be able to be away from the limelight. As the fight for the heir apparent became fiercer, Ming Qi's situation would become more complicated and the Ding capital would be more dangerous. Shen Xin was unable to leave the Ding capital due to his military power but did not want his children to be involved in this dangerous vortex. Shen Kaiyu was a male and had already entered officialdom, thus he could not escape from it, but for Shen Miao, Shen Xin always hoped that she could live peacefully and smoothly. If she married into the Lu family, it was indeed a good choice. Shen Xin stared at Lu Ling and his words were sharp. Ling, now you marry to get Zhao Zhao out of this difficulty, but what if in the future when you meet with the young lady that you fancy, what will do you then? There were deeper meaning to these words, but Lu Ling suddenly blushed and insisted, one will not encounter a young lady that one fancy. I only fancy younger Biao's sister. When Shen Kaiyu heard of it, he was suddenly overjoyed and slapped Lu Ling's shoulder, putting it that way, you have long liked younger sister. Lu Zuyan was also somewhat surprised. Lu Ling's character was warm and independent and would not expose his emotions to other. Even though he would normally treat Shen Miao well, Lu Zuyan had only thought that it was an older brother taking care of a younger sister. She however did not expect that Lu Ling had such intentions. Lu Ling nodded his head. It is really convenient for you, brat. Shen Kaiyu suddenly became somewhat dissatisfied and mouthed off. Kaiyu, shut your mouth. Lu Zuyin glared at Shen Kaiyu before looking at Lu Ling. The more she looked, the more satisfied she became. However, Shen Xin and Shen Kaiyu had different feelings. Their feelings were really very complicated. When no one wanted to marry Shen Miao, this father and son were not happy, and when someone would marry her, they were also not happy. It was especially so for Shen Xin, who felt that he had raised own daughter, who was as delicate as a flower and refined as a previous jade, and now to marry this brat in front of him just like that, he had gotten it cheap. He felt that Lu Ling's nose was not a nose and his eyes were not eyes. Shen Kaiyu said, "I did not say incorrectly. If this did not happen to our Zhao Zhao, one can just pick one among all the gentlemen of Ding capital, and even choosing an immortal would not be an exaggeration." Who knew that this happened, and younger Biao brother had gotten it cheap? One do not know what kind of virtuous acts did one did in the past life. Lu Zuyan was furious. "You brat, try speaking those nonsense again. No ivory will come out of a dog's mouth." Lu Ling smiled. Older Biao brother said correctly, "Marrying Zhao Zhao is my blessing, but," he said, "this matter has to be consulted with younger Biao's sister. If younger Biao's sister is not willing, then this matter need not be mentioned." At the end, one would still have to respect Shen Miao's decision. Lu Zuyan and Shenzhen looked at each other and both of them understood each other. At the end, one had to see Shen Miao's attitude if she wanted to marry or not. However, in the current situation, one thought that Shen Miao would not hesitate to choose to marry Lu Ling. After all, being a secondary consort in the Eastern Palace was something that was not Shen Miao's preference. Moreover, compared to the Crown Prince, Lu Ling's appearance was handsome and his temperament was gentle and accommodating. He was obviously more in line with the expectation of a husband. Lu Zuyin said, "You should not be unduly humble. No matter what, your Gufu and me, even your older Biao brother, will be at your side." Shenzhen and Shen Kaiyu was not happy being represented by Lu Zuyan, but they did not refute. Just as these few people were discussing about the matter, suddenly a servant came in and reported, "Master and Furen, there is someone at the door." These days, because of Shen Miao's matter, all the people in Ding capital who had some friendship with the Shen family all avoided them and would not take the initiative to come to their doors. One really did not think that at this time, someone would come. Shen Kaiyu asked casually, "Who is it?" The servant said, "It is the Furen of the Count of Pinnan." Everyone. When Su Furen entered the room, she did not expect that Shen Kaiyu and Shenzhen would be there. Speaking of which, she was still somewhat afraid of Shenzhen because early on some years, Shenzhen and Su Yu had political disagreements, thus Shenzhen would not give Su Yu any face. Naturally, Su Yu would not take Shenzhen to mind, and thus Su Furen was the same. If it was not because of Su Mingfeng, Su Furen would most likely never step into the doors of the Shen family. Lu Zuyan requested Su Furen to sit down and Su Furen also greeted Shenzhen. She smiled and looked towards Shen Kaiyu. This should be the eldest young master of the house. Indeed, a handsome young talent. With one glance, one could that he is not an ordinary person. Shen Kaiyu successively declined and Su Furen looked at Lu Ling with a smile. "This is," Lu Zuyan explained, "this is my eldest brother's son from my maiden family, Lu Ling." The look that Su Furen gave to Lu Ling was somewhat strange and she asked while maintaining his composure, "Does this young Biao master have a marriage match yet?" Replying Furen's words, "One does not have yet." Lu Ling replied politely. Afterwards he then looked at Su Furen questioningly. Most likely he did not understand why this woman would ask him about marriage match at the first encounter, as it was a bit abrupt. The more polite Lu Ling was, the weirder Su Furen looked at him. Upon careful observation, there was some sense of hostility. Naturally the people surrounding would not be able to understand and know how bitter Su Furen's heart was. She did not think that there would be such upright young Biao master in the Shen family. Looking at this young Biao master, he had a good appearance and seemed sensible. He was indeed not bad. One had to know that it was easy for something to happen between older Biao brother and younger Biao sister, and Shen Miao was still young of age and to a point of uncertainly be deceived by this older Biao brother. Like that, how would Su Mingfeng still have a chance? Su Furen kept her spirits up and decided to help her son to fight for it. Because Shenzhen and the rest were males, it was not nice to sit down to hear females speaking, thus he began to get up to leave. Thus there was only left with Lu Zuyan and Su Furen in the main hall. Lu Zuyan smiled and asked, "What is the matter for Su Furen to come today?" She did not even send a card over which indicated her rush. Lu Zuyan had a faint conjecture in her head but dared not think deeper into it as she thought that she had imagined too much. Su Furan said seriously, "That matter that I have discussed with Furan a few days back. What is the result of Furan's current consideration?" Lu Zuyan was startled. "The matter discussed a few days back? What matter was discussed a few days back? Is it Su Mingfeng's and Shen Miao's marriage matters?" Lu Zuyan could not help feeling somewhat terrified. Could it be that Su Furan had not heard about the recent rumors? Even though she wished that there would be people who would marry Shen Miao, and the more the merrier, so that Shen Miao would have some choices. However, she did not wish to hide it from the other party and make the other fall into misfortune. Thus the words she spoke were honest. Su Furan asked, "What rumors?" Lu Zuyan's heart tightened and just simply said, "The rumor that the crown prince has the intention to bring our daughter into the residence." "So it is this matter?" Su Furan smiled. "I have heard of it. The young lady of the Shen family has unsurpassed behavior and appearance that the imperial family also kept thinking about." When Su Furan said these words, there were not even single mincing of words. She was much more magnanimous than Lu Zuyan. However, Lu Zuyan became somewhat confused. Was Su Furan's heart just too magnanimous? She did not understand the intention behind the imperial family of Shen Miao, or just did not care at all. "You have heard about this matter and still consider Su Mingfeng's and Shen Miao's marriage?" Lu Zuyan asked. "Naturally, one have to consider." Su Furan nodded her head. "One must not be that overbearing and only let the Su family set one's heart on young Lady Shen and not allow other families to set their hearts on young Lady Shen, right, Furan? We the Su family are honest and sincere and would not be so overbearing." Lu Zuyan thought that Su Furan's thoughts were not on the same point, and she straightforwardly made it clear and told her carefully, "The crown prince has the intention to bring one's younger daughter back to the Eastern Palace. As we are all mothers, I would not hide it from Furan. One's daughter is not willing to be the secondary consort to others and thus thought to marry early. However, this rumor was spread out and all the outstanding families are currently evading at all cost. Furan also understand that who would want to have marriage relations with one's daughter at this time? That meant one would be going against the imperial family. Angering the imperial family would only let one suffer in the future." Su Furan, "Now do you understand my meaning? Do you still want to make marriage relations?" The sincerity of these words were concealed and the bad points were all told straightforwardly to the other party. Su Furan, however, gradually smiled. Could it be that Furan thought that I was a fool and unable to understand this matter? One will also not hide from Furan. Su Furan smiled. "The current situation in Ding capital is just too complicated. Our family's master often said to avoid calamity and most probably unable to think of a way to avoid these matters. These 2 years the family of the Count of Pinnan had already withdrawn from the matters of the courts, and speaking of that, it is almost like normal official family, thus not much concern is made in doing things. I understand that this marriage naturally would have its own danger, but who let Mingfeng fancy it?" Lu Zuyan's eyes widened and asked with a loss of voice, "Fancy?" She had always thought that the words that Su Furan said were all courteous words and to perfunctory praise her. Now seeing from Su Furan's expression, it did not seem to be true. "Of course," Su Furan said, "if it is not Mingfeng that had taken a fancy, how would I keep bugging Furan?" She sighed. "I have not seen Mingfeng interested in any young lady and know that this son of mine has a fixed mind. If one likes something, it would be too late to change it to another. Since he liked young Lady Shen, then in the future, it would not be possible for him to like another young lady. One feared that he would seek death and thus fulfill his wish." Su Furan lowered her head and looked at her fingertips. Because of the Su family, Mingfeng could not enter and pursue officialdom and expend his abilities. It is already us who had mistreated him, and if this marriage does not go along with his wishes, then Master and I can only feel that what we owe him cannot be made up in this life. As Lu Zuyan listened, a little sorrow gradually raised in her heart. They were all mothers. Naturally there were places that they understood one another. One heard Su Furan speaking again. "However, Furan can rest assured, Even though our Su family are not official family, one have enough money and shops, thus food is not a worry. When young lady Shen marries over, Master and me will treat her like our daughter, and with Ming Feng's old-fashioned thoughts and kind temperament, there would not be other female in the inner courtyard. The family is simple, and even though young lady Shen will not be able to live as luxurious as in the Crown Prince residence, she can still feel satisfied. Lu Zuyan's heart moved. Su Furan's words had gone into the depths of her heart. She did not seek for the person that Shen Miao married to be wealthy or noble. She only wanted the other person to be of upright character, good temperament, treat Shen Miao well, and had a simple household. Su Mingfeng was indeed a good candidate. Thinking of Lu Ling just now, Lu Zuyan started to hesitate. Lu Ling was certainly not bad, but Shen Miao had to return to Zhaochun City. With Su Mingfeng, Shen Miao would be able to stay in Ding capital. This time, due to various considerations, Lu Zuyan did not reject Su Furan directly and only said that more thoughts were required. When Su Furan left, Lu Zuyan then went to look for Shen Xin to discuss about the matter. Of course, the most important thing was to see how Shen Miao reacted. Both persons were young talents, and after one inquired about Su Mingfeng to confirm everything was alright, one will let Shen Miao take a look at her future husband. Somehow this matter was transmitted into Shen Miao's ears. When Lu Tan came looking for Shen Miao, she was smiling as pleased as punch. On normal days, youngest Biao's sister does not put a foot outside the house, but one did not expect that fragrant wine fears no dark alleys. You see, older brother Ling and the young master of the Su family had come to the doors, and there is also that crown prince. There are a total of 3 peach blossoms, romances. In the eyes of others, one fear that they were envious to death. Shen Miao was very helpless about it. Lu Ling would actually choose this time to voice out to marry her. The most unexpected thing that Shen Miao felt was that Su Furan would actually come again to grasp this marriage for Su Mingfeng. Originally, the matter of Su Furan wanting to have marriage relations with the Shen family had made Shen Miao's heart filled with doubts. She had feared that Su Mingfeng did it to investigate Zi Jingxing's identity. Now at this stage, the Su family did not hesitate to be enemies with the imperial family to marry her. The more Shen Miao felt that Su Mingfeng was a dangerous person, thinking that it was the best for Zi Jingxing to resolve Su Mingfeng's matter. But Shen Miao glanced at the window. One did not know when this person would return back. It was in the troubled times, but this person chose specifically this time to disappear for no reason. Shen Miao had some dissatisfaction in her heart. Lu Tan still continued speaking. Previous at Puqiu Monastery, when the red rope was hung on the tree of cultivating destinies, youngest Biao's sister's red rope was hung at a very good place. At that time I took a look, and there were a lot of branches around the red ropes, which one fear are the current peach blossoms, romances. I see that these 3 blooms are not enough. There might be even 6, 7 or 8. Shen Miao picked up the teacup and said at the same, "Do you think it is like cutting window flowers? One can cut as many flowers as one wanted?" Lu Ling had a warm and gentle character. The Su family was marvelous family. It was already considered very rare to see 2 people who were not afraid to be enemies with the imperial family. How would there be others? However, she remembered about what that mad priest said about difficulties in peach blossoms, romances, and her heart could not help but jumped. Could it be that the Taoist priest had said accurately? Lu Tan still continued to talk to herself, but youngest Biao's sister's red rope was hung on the highest branch. That highest branch was the place of your destination. One do not know who will be my younger brother-in-law. Shen Miao drank a mouthful of tea and absent-mindedly listening to Lu Tan seriously speak her nonsense. It would be good if it is Prince Ruai. Lu Tan clapped her hands. Then as the tide rises, the boat flows, and I will be the sister-in-law of Prince Ruai. Shen Miao was drinking tea at the moment, and all the tea in her mouth sprayed out and she almost choked. One did not expect that Lu Tan's prophecy came true, and Shen Miao's peach blossoms, romances, when it comes, it was shocking. Just 3 blooms were indeed underestimating.